Welcome to AI in 8 minutes or less, your daily AI update. Today, we're diving into an explainer on Claude Code skills. Now, if you've been spending hours tinkering around in Claude Code lately, you've probably noticed a massive disconnect. There's a huge gap between the flashy stuff people post online and what actual, real-world businesses will gladly pay you to build. So let's break down the 6 specific skills that actually move the needle for your clients.
Right off the bat, we have to look at the stark contrast between fancy AI skills and boring AI skills. Honestly, the internet is absolutely obsessed with flashy AI party tricks. You know, the stuff that's built entirely just to make cool viral videos. But out in the real world, real businesses like your local HVAC companies or real estate agencies, they don't want party tricks. They are paying top dollar for boring, reliable automations that save them time, save them money, and literally prevent human mistakes. Those boring, rock-solid skills are exactly what we're focusing on today.
Let's kick things off with phase 1, the foundation.
To build these bulletproof automations that clients actually want, we need to outfit your AI tool belt correctly. And it all starts right here in the foundational planning phase. The first foundational tool you need is the Skill Creator. This is actually an official tool from Anthropic. Instead of you manually writing out complex code, endlessly figuring out formatting, and then instantly hitting a wall where things just break, the Skill Creator completely changes the game. You literally just describe what you want in plain English, kind of like you're talking to a coworker. From there, Claude automatically drafts, tests, and packages a completely reusable skill for you. Think of it as your own personal factory. It severely compresses the learning curve so you can instantly build reliable tools for your clients without tearing your hair out.
Now, to govern that whole process, we're going to look to a massive community favorite plugin called Superpowers. This thing boasts over 150,000 GitHub stars, which is just incredible. You see, the biggest failure mode in AI coding is rushed, sloppy code. You ask for something, Claude sprints to write it, and then it immediately falls apart when the client tries to use it. Superpowers forces Claude to slow down and act like a senior developer. It mandates 4 strict steps: plan, write tests, review, and execute. By forcing the AI to work in this isolated, structured way, it entirely eliminates that massive failure rate, catching those weird edge cases before they ever hit your client's production environment.
Moving right along to phase 2, execution and perfect memory. Okay, so with a bulletproof plan in place, we desperately need tools that stop the AI from breaking down during the actual execution phase. Enter a plugin called GSD, which stands for Get Shit Done. It's brilliant because every AI coder eventually hits this wall known as context rot. You're, say, 30 minutes into a session, and suddenly Claude just starts forgetting requirements and cutting corners. Well, the GSD plugin cures this context rot by using context engineering. Instead of letting one big session slowly degrade over time, it spawns fresh subagents for each task with completely clean context windows. On top of that, it has built-in quality gates, things like scope reduction detection to catch those silently dropped requirements, and strict security enforcement. It even has an autonomous mode where it plans, executes, and commits code without you needing to constantly babysit it.
Now, let's talk about the staggering number 5. This brings us to an absolute game changer of a plugin called Context Mode. Here's the core problem. Every single time Claude runs a command or fetches a URL, it dumps raw data, like 56 kilobyte playwright snapshots, straight into your context window. Pretty soon, 40% of your window is just a landfill of garbage log output. By isolating the code execution inside a sandbox, Context Mode takes what would normally be 315 kilobytes of raw garbage log output over a session and brilliantly compresses it down to just 5 kilobytes total. That is a massive reduction.
And that compression, it builds into an incredible operational advantage because Context Mode is tracking every single meaningful event, every file you edit, task you create, and decision you make inside a local SQL database. It completely changes your working timeline. When Claude compacts a conversation, it basically rebuilds a clean session snapshot. Practically, this means sessions that used to fall apart and force you to totally restart after just 30 minutes can now run reliably for 3 hours. You completely stop wasting your valuable tokens just reminding Claude of the context it already had.
To carry all that momentum forward, we have Claude Mem. Think about it like this. If Context Mode keeps your current session clean, Claude Mem carries your knowledge across all of your future sessions. Normally, every time you start a new session, you're paying this massive startup tax, spending 10 minutes and thousands of tokens just getting Claude caught back up on your project. Claude Mem effectively kills that startup tax. It hooks right into the session lifecycle, automatically stores semantic summaries in a local SQLite database, and then intelligently injects relevant data into your new sessions. Users are reporting an incredible 10 times token savings on retrieval. Plus, as a massive bonus, it automatically writes and updates your project documentation as you code.
All right, we're almost there. Phase 3, code review and polish.
So our automation is successfully built, our environment stayed totally pristine, and the AI remembered everything perfectly. Now it's time for the final QA process to make sure this tool is actually client-ready. And the great thing is, these review tools are actually built directly into Claude Code. You have two incredible options here. On one side, we have the /re command. This is your fast, free, local bug checking. It reviews your code for edge cases and design issues instantly. But on the flip side, we have /ultra review. When you're doing a massive, mission-critical merge, something that touches payments or databases where a bug would just be absolutely disastrous, you pull out ultra review. It uploads your branch to a cloud sandbox and spins up deep parallel agents that independently verify bugs before ever flagging them to you. Yes, it costs a little bit of money and time, but it guarantees absolute production-level safety.
And as a quick bonus for anyone doing website design or maybe building out UI elements, Anthropic actually has an official front-end design skill. If you're building any kind of front-end in Claude Code, installing this skill globally ensures that your final product looks highly polished and, frankly, noticeably less AI-generated. It's a super simple addition that just dramatically elevates the visual quality of what you're handing over to the client.
And finally, selling the ultimate outcome. Look, having all these incredible skills in your tool belt is fantastic, but it means absolutely nothing if you don't know how to actually pitch them to the business owners that desperately need them. The golden rule here is sell the outcome, not the workflow. When you're sitting across from a client, they do not care about your AI workflows. They don't care about your sub-agents or SQLite databases or markdown files. None of that. They are paying you because your automations are going to save them 10 hours a week. They're paying you because you'll drastically cut their human error and help them generate more leads. You are selling them time, cost-cutting, and increased profit. Keep it that simple.
Which brings us to our final question for you to think about today. What outcome will you automate first? With these 6 boring but incredibly effective skills, you have exactly what you need to start building the reliable systems that businesses are eager to buy. So don't overthink it. Just pick one, learn it, and start solving the problems that businesses already have. If you enjoyed this, subscribe to AI in 8 minutes and never miss what matters.